the first time you've ever seen it on camera. I just got a new camera and I can move it around, so I think I'm gonna do more videos from my dorm. Although the situation's really shitty because in my dorm there's no air conditioning, I don't know if you can tell, and I'm sweating because I can't turn on the fan because then it'll be like brrr, and you guys will leave me and I'll be forever alone. Anyway, oh wow, I moved the table. As you can tell by the title, this is gonna be quite a highly requested video on how I do my hair thing. So like how I grow out and maintain such healthy and long hair. As you can see, it goes to about here and it's curly. And it was actually 1 to 2 inches longer, but I cut it just like a few days ago. Let's get to some facts about my hair first. For those that don't know me, I actually grew up from short hair since I was 16. I'm 19 now, so I've had haircuts in between but nothing drastic that made me drastically lose any length. Moving on, and those of you who can't tell what my hair type is, it's just very thick and there's a lot of hair. I used to hate it because I just thought that made me a very hairy person, and all of the hairdressers hated dealing with my hair, but I'm okay now. And since I was 12, I cut my own hair until I was 19, until I met the current hairdresser that I'm with now, and she's awesome. This curl you see here is not natural, obviously. I used to have wavy hair, so it wasn't pinned straight, but it wasn't curly, not as curly as actually it's quite similar to this, except no actual curls, so no actual definition of a curl. But I had the perm like at the start of January, so it's been like 11 months now. I did something like a no chemical hair perm, which I honestly don't think makes a very big difference. I think I was just duped into it by the lady boss that was just like, you need this, your hair is so... I'm like, oh, okay. But no, I don't go for any professional hair treatments. I don't go for hair spas. I don't have any big secret that costs me a lot of money to maintain the hair. It's just a combination of good habits and patience. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I do is that I wash my hair on alternate days, and if I can, if I am not like leaving the house, like I'm not doing any physical activity, so if I'm basically being a sloth, I can kind of push it to 3 days with dry shampoo. But other than that, I just keep it at alternate days, because the more you wash your hair, the more you strip your hair of natural oils that are actually quite good to protect your hair follicles and prevent your split ends from forming. And also, I just find that when I wash my hair, I tend to kind of go at it quite hard, and I want to like be thorough and wash everything out, so I tend to rip out quite a lot of hair like in the meantime. I don't know if any of y'all have that as well, but it just happens to me, so I want to minimize that. And I don't know why, just when you're washing or when you're conditioning, you do this and you see like a bunch of hair falling out. That's kind of gross, right? So yeah, I don't do that often. Which brings me to my second point, which is not to comb or run your fingers through your hair too much. And this is especially so for anyone who's had a perm or who has naturally curly hair. You guys know this, the more you run your fingers through your hair, the more you comb your hair and the more you kind of detangle it when it's dry, the more frizzy and annoying it will be. And you rip out more of your hair. To keep long healthy hair, you don't want like scraggly ends, so you need to maintain the integrity of your hair all the way down. Unless you have a boyfriend that likes combing through your hair a lot, in which case tell him to stop. I only comb my hair just before I wash my hair, because then even though it's frizzy, I can kind of fix it. Once I wash it, it kind of goes back to normal. So that's what I like to do. And even then, I don't comb my hair every single time before I wash my hair, just because there's no need for it. If your hair is easily tangled, then yes, comb your hair more, but do it very, very gently and do it at sections. If your hair's like mine, it's quite smooth. If you don't do anything bad to it, then just try not to comb it as much, just because you don't need it. Which brings me to my next point, which is also, I think, my biggest tip that I can give you. The only thing that I can think of that may contribute to the success of my hair, if that makes sense. People always ask me how I get my hair to look like this, and I think this is the only thing that I can think of that I do differently from people, which is to just put coconut oil on the ends of my hair. I use this one, I'm gonna show you. It looks like this. I don't know how legit this is because normally coconut oil comes in a tub, right? But this is from India and it says 100% pure edible oil made from the finest coconuts, and it says a premium quality 100% pure edible oil made from the finest coconuts. I don't know, it works, so I'm happy about that. I just apply it to the ends and it does get quite greasy, so what I do is I put it before I sleep or on days before I shower. So when I do go into shower, there's still moisture on my ends and I don't end up stripping moisture completely from my hair. And that's the one biggest tip that I can give you if your hair tangles a lot, if your hair keeps breaking off halfway, if it keeps getting split ends, is to always apply oil because it seals the ends and it seals the hair, makes it shiny, and sometimes it smells kind of nice. And I don't know, I just think it really changed the condition of my hair. So another thing that I do besides putting oils in my hair, I only use coconut oil, by the way, if anyone's asking. I also like deep condition my hair sometimes, and it's very rare, especially now I'm in a dorm and I cannot do it because I can't just like hog the shower for like a million years, right? Back at home, I used to put deep conditioner into my hair, kind of work it in and then tie 2 little nubbins or just a bun, and then do everything else in the shower. And on some days when my hair is especially wretched, I towel dry my entire body, I wear my usual clothes, and I just sit and I just watch YouTube videos for maybe like 1 to 2 hours, and then I go back in and I wash out my hair. And that makes such a big difference. It really transforms your hair into something like so soft and so nice. And there's nothing wrong with keeping your hair in conditioner for a longer period of time, especially if it's a deep conditioner, because a lot of people that dye their hair using vegetable-based dyes, they use conditioner as, what is that called? As a mixer, like kind of as a, what is that called? It's not a catalyst, it's a medium. Yeah, well, they kind of use conditioner mixed in with the dye to kind of apply onto their hair, right? And they keep it there for hours and hours. So I thought, you know what? I don't need to dye my hair, I just want to condition my hair. So I did that, and I've been doing that for, I want to say, a year now, and it's been pretty good. Another tip that I have for you is to not put your shampoo on the ends of your hair. Like, don't work your shampoo all the way to the ends of your hair. What you want to do is to just, you know, get all sudsy and soapy with your shampoo and then just kind of do this and not let it get to the ends of your hair. So don't like scrunch it up all like this, because it's gonna strip your hair of all of the moisture and knock something over. Hand gestures. You don't need to clean the ends of your hair as much as you do just your scalp, because that's what causes the itching and dandruff and the oil buildup. You know, your ends don't get the oil that kind of comes out of here, so it's just unnecessary, you know what I mean? When you rinse your hair, the soap that kind of comes down will eventually just kind of rinse your hair, and you know, there won't be any smell or anything. It's not neglecting your hair, it's just letting your hair kind of breathe. And also, if you want to, you can apply oil before you hop into the shower on the ends of your hair. And I do that sometimes if my hair is feeling extra dry. So in which case, when I do rinse my hair and the soap gets on the ends of my hair, it's not as damaging as if it were without the oil. Okay, on to my next point, which is no heat at all. Do not use heat. So try to minimize the amount of heat that you put in your hair via hair tools and hot water. So I don't blow dry my hair. I just let it air dry, and it takes a hell of a long time. I think like now maybe it takes like 4 hours. It's so bad for your hair. You fry your hair and you make it all. It's like you're causing frizz. Perming your hair is actually a really good idea if you like your hair curly but you naturally have straight hair and you would need to curl your hair every day. Another option is to do a lot of heatless hairstyles. I used to do those where I just used to bun my hair and I used to do little twists or braids that would result in curls the next day. Although those, I want to tell you, is very hit and miss. Sometimes you get really nice curls, sometimes you get really weird looking ones. And most days before the perm, I just rock straightish, waveish hair. It really all depends on how you dry your hair and how you kind of move it when it is drying. So if you kind of pull it down really straight, you kind of make sure that it dries that way, it will be straighter. If you kind of scrunch up your hair, if you toss and you twist your hair, then it will become more curly as you dry it. Does that make sense? Yeah. So don't blow dry your hair if you can help it. If you are really in a rush and you need to make it to a job interview and you just wash your hair because you were like really wretched, then yeah, go ahead and use the blow dryer, but just don't make it a habit, and it really pays off. Your hair really thanks you for it. Next thing to grow long hair is to only trim your hair when split ends are prevalent in your hair. So don't do it every 3 to 4 weeks as some people say. Your hairdresser may say it, but then it means that, you know, she gets more business, so, you know, just don't. Intentions, hello. And also don't just not trim your hair. Don't think that, oh, I need to grow long hair, so the best thing I should do is to just not cut it. That's not true, because once you have split ends, it just doesn't look good anymore. So what if you have long hair? You look like you have hay on your head. I trim like tiny pieces, okay? Usually go for half to 1 inches of trimming, and my hairdresser is really good because she really keeps to that length. So look for someone that's willing to trim your hair just the littlest bit. I think it's called dusting or something. She really effectively gets rid of all the split ends without compromising my length. One way to do that is to have long layers. So if you have long layers such as my hair, so the top layer is this long as compared to the bottom layer. So it's not a lot of layering, but especially for curly hair, you can kind of get away with it, and it gives your hair more shape without having to style it as well. So you don't have to keep having a straight cut hair, which you have to cut all of your hair at once if you decide to trim it. So that's my tip for you. Since we're at the topic of cutting, I just want to like add this little bit in. Do not ever thin your hair with shearing scissors. This is a mistake I've made for the past 17 years of my life, and I shouldn't have made it, and now I've learned my lesson. But don't thin your hair. If hairdressers decide to pull out the scissors that looks like it has like teeth like from the comb, and they start doing this to your hair, don't let them do it. Or just specifically say you want to keep your thickness of the hair, because what it does is just you make your ends scraggly. It's horrible, because what happens is that you have little strands of hair that like stop here and stop here, and you can never get to this length without your ends being like all weirdly shaped. It's really horrible. Just don't do it. It's a bad look, and it's very unhealthy for your hair. If you do want your hair to be thinner, like I said, cut long layers, or have a different hairstyle that will allow you to taper your hair, but don't use shearing scissors. Okay, next tip I have for you is don't tie your hair too tight. Don't put your hair into really tight ponytails or buns and kind of like pull and tug on your hair. If you feel like a tugging sensation like on this side or this side of your hair, or even on the back of your neck, then put it looser, you know, have a looser ponytail. One thing I like to do to kind of counteract it is to kind of have braids, especially French braids, because they don't pull on your hair as much, and it still keeps your hair out of your face. I really appreciate that, because I get very bad headaches when I tug on my hair too much. So this is one thing that you should do, because if not, you'll start getting bald spots like here, like here. It's painful, and it's not, I don't know, there's nothing good about it. There's nothing good about tying your hair too tight. So if you're a professional athlete, you need your hair out of your face really tightly, and you need to secure it, then do a lot of small braids. If you don't have the time, then yes, okay, fine, do the really tight ponytail, but just don't do it as a habit, and don't do it when it's unnecessary, because what that's gonna do is just gonna cause more breakage, and it's just gonna like strain your hair. It's not great. Okay, my last tip for you guys is to eat well. I know this sounds really cliche, and I know you're sick and tired of hearing this, and sometimes I don't even want it to be true, but it's true, okay? On days where I'm eating like very unhealthily, so I'm talking like chips and instant noodles, especially cup noodles, ramen, that kind of thing, anything with a lot of sodium, I just find that my hair drops a hell lot more. and I know you can't tell that my hair drops because there's a lot of hair here, but that was a lot more, okay? As I started realizing that pattern, I'll start to eat healthier things, and I start to kind of restrict my sodium intake, and that really helped my hair in terms of reducing hair fall. So yeah, don't be mean to your hair, don't be mean to your skin. Like, just, you know what, you just eat well. I mean, some good things taste good, you know, like seedless grapes, so just eat a lot of those. Yeah, I think that's about it. Thank you for watching my video. I hope this didn't annoy you too much. I think I didn't spin too much, but I really hope you found this video helpful. Or I guess interesting at least, and let me know in the comments below if you want me to do more hairstyling videos, like how to keep your hair out of your face, how I do my braids, how I do my heatless hairstyles before I permed my hair, or if you want to see my hair care routine and what I use. Yeah, I really have nothing else for you besides that. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye bye! Yeah, tell me if you like the camera. I like.